Hello, my name is Dave Burke. As an architect, contractor, and metal building sales dealer, and as a newly minted realtor with Exit Realty here in the Bitterroot Valley, I've noticed as a metal building dealer that there's an observable abundance of wood frame, metal sided pole barns all over this valley, and a noticeable lack of steel frame traditional metal buildings. One obvious reasons for this prevalence of wood frame pole barns is that there are a couple of large pole barn manufacturers here in the valley that have reputations for low price and decent quality. And for anyone who is looking to get a ranch barn, a garage, a hay barn, or equipment shed built inexpensively and quickly, then a wood pole barn is probably the way to go. I would like to point out, however, that there are more features to these types of buildings than just the poles, trusses, and metal siding that need to be considered. With this video, I'm going to compare the different uses between pole barns and metal buildings. When a buyer tells you that they're thinking about putting a barn or building in their backyard, then they might ask you who you would recommend for this project. Of course, I would suggest that you recommend me as your quote unquote metal building consultant, so to speak. So, the first thing you need to know is what are you going to be putting in that building or what are you going to be using it for? If the building use does not require a concrete slab on grade, then I would say that a wood frame pole barn is suitable for that use because the floor will most likely be gravel. The poles for the building will be drilled into the ground and not need a slab upon which to be supported. The building will probably not be insulated, so the wood framing will be exposed. And the bottom of the wall sheeting will be supported by the wall bottom girt, which means that the building may not need to be completely dust and weatherproofed. And one last thing I'd like to point out about wood frame pole barns is that they are generally constructed with Doug fir type materials, nailed together with 16 penny type nails, and using standard galvanized metal framing hardware. Let's talk now about steel framed metal buildings. If the use of the building requires a foundation and slab on grade, such as an auto garage, a man cave, a work or hobby shop, or storage of weather sensitive items like furniture, clothing, art, maybe a car collection, machine tools, farm equipment, uh, then a metal building becomes very competitive in price with a pole barn for the following reasons. First, the foundation and slab for the building is the first part to be built and can be structured to support whatever floor loads or building loads might be needed for the building. The metal building columns and perimeter wall base are bolted directly to the slab with caulking placed underneath to prevent dust and bug intrusion. The building is designed for up to 103 mile per hour wind loads and 40 pounds per square foot snow load to stand up to the worst weather conditions in this valley. All of the primary and secondary steel members of the building are fully galvanized to prevent rust. There's no wood used in the building structure unless you decide to frame something inside of it. The building provides a column-free interior space that can't exceed 50 foot in span or greater. The building walls and roof can be insulated to provide a comfortable interior temperature, and doors and windows are designed to fit into the corrugation of the metal siding so that they appear integral with the building. The building is fire and bug resistant, of course. So the end result of a metal building is that the interior of the building will appear bright, dust-free, and ready to put to use as a client would expect. The building comes complete with walk doors, windows, overhead garage doors, insulation, ridge ventilation, and many other features that may be needed by the client. There are many different building styles to choose from on our website at www.outbackbuildings.com. Thank you for your interest in this subject. I'm sure your client will be very pleased with the results.